got plenty of supplies if you got back again. Day has dawned for males. Sheer. Brash dustling. Time to die.
Like the gilded ghosts of youth, the curving plates of fey-like scrolls decorate the life's guard of this impostor. It says, "I am like you, Fey Spirit," and shimmers with a brilliant gleam. This cuirass of the Fey Hunter.
not going to tell anyone about me, are you? Not that I've done anything wrong, mind you. I just didn't have the will to fight anymore. So I stopped. Fighting, that is. Private Elia Madmere reporting for duty. Oh, I am not fooling anyone. Listen, I've got some useful skills to trade if you're willing to keep my little secret hushed. Lockpicking for your silence, or gold. So, you already know I ran from my post. So, well, you probably consider me a coward. You wouldn't be wrong. Silly, isn't it? A young girl enlists in the army, but then panics at the sight of battle. Probably wonder what I expected. I know I do. Been in the service for 3 years, and it's been 3 years too long. One person can't make a difference in this war. At least, not if that person is me. Take care!
Oh, how can I ever begin to thank you? What an ordeal that was. Quite the ordeal indeed. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Bern Elgar, head steward of House Ancilla. Of course, since the house no longer exists, that means I now serve you. Do not misunderstand. I adore the Lord and Lady, but my first responsibility is to the fortress itself, to Sea-Watch. Really, my liege? You wish to know about me? Why, I am Bern Elgar, he who lives to serve his charges at Sea-Watch. Where to begin? Well, I attended to the young lord before he was master of all the lands before him. Then I tutored and served his son, young Master Droon. Ancilla was once a mighty name, a mighty line. Few like them remain, at least those of the old order, the time of when Loselfar and Dokelfar were kin. This castle was meant as a holdout against the hordes, a final martial bastion against the encroaching. And it did exactly that, if only in theory. Lord Ancilla commissioned its construction well into the twilight of his days, and it was finished just months before the Bolgan invasion. Months too late, it seems. But of course it is! Do you see anyone else of substance, another soul deserving of such a prize? Surely not! Sea-Watch was the first of the Ancilla castles, and the finest. But without its staff, it is a lonely place, its halls empty of the voices that once filled it. As your newest and only advisor, I suggest that we begin renovations. It'll be costly, mind you, but well worth the investment. Wonderful, my liege, wonderful. You will not regret it. The corridors of Sea-Watch will once again ring with merriment. That is, if there were people here to make merriment. If I might make another suggestion, it would be nice if you were able to convince the former staff to return. I would start with Connie, a rather quirky and elemental fey alchemist, who found a place in our master's heart as his gardener. Connie was unique, even among her own kind. The last we saw of the poor creature, she was being pursued by Bolgan, and I fear she was taken prisoner. Oh, Connie. She spent much of her time wandering the gardens of old Castle Ancilla, where the family lived. Of course, word has it that she was locked away by the Bolgan. Poor thing. Farewell. Good day.
haven't slept since you left. My mind kept revisiting those last few moments with Hilared. The tower fireplace. The kiss she left on my cheek. Almost like a bruise. You've revived my family, friend. These great artifacts will help to restore the Ancilla name in the Caelid coast. I must find a worthy way to thank you. Take the verdant blades. You must. I do not wish to rule my new domain with fear and fire. The seal is enough. And so, a new age begins. We're trickling in from the drowned forest in isolated units. Not a cohesive front, which is a problem. The geography, the foliage, it's a logistical nightmare. Captain Trav was able to force a wedge into the Tuatha defenses, enough to slip into Alabastra. But breaking through is one thing, holding the line is another. I was raised here. Strange how small it all seems now. Almost like we were all playing at being lords of this land, and that we never had any real power. Even now I can feel it. The darkness. The place doesn't want us here. It never has. Why else would such tragedy have befallen my family? Every dark corner is cursed. We were close once. I don't know what it was. Childhood love, foolishness, or something more. We knew it was against our parents' wishes, but we didn't care. Be careful.
Greetings, mortal. What brings you to Ancilla? Torture? Imprisonment? Madness? I have been waiting many seasons for the return of my friend and master, Lord Ancilla. Do you know of his whereabouts? Is he well? I never cared for the telling, and found myself listless and wandering under the canopy of the stars and the forest green. I have no role, no place in any ballad. Lord Ancilla found me in his herb garden one day. I was laughing at the jokes the blossoms told, and he liked me, let me stay and tend the flowers.
The mortal Lord Ancilla was good to me, kind. He is the only dustling that has ever taken a true interest in my telling. That is why I served him then, as I do now.
These were safe lands before Gadflow and the Tuatha. Safe for Fae, at least. We could wander as we wished. Now there is evil under every canopy. Watch. Yes, that's what it was called. I enjoyed my tenure there. So many plants to talk to and mortals to observe. The Tuatha imprisoned us. The servants and advisors when they invaded 10 years ago. Most of the prisoners perished of starvation or disease, the poor souls. Would you be so kind as to locate the key to this dungeon door? Solitude in no way agrees with me. Goodbye. You are truly a mortal of my master's ilk. A generous soul like Lord Ancilla. I do not know where your fate takes you, but there is always a place for you at Sea-Watch. That is where I go now, to prepare the fortress for his return. Be well, and may your roads be prosperous. Goodbye.
Hello.
You found the dolls? Wonderful! Just wait until my sister gets her eyes on them. They'll wipe the sneer right off her ugly face. So tell me, was there any truth to the old legend that there's something special about them, the dolls? Too bad. Well, I'll take another look at them when I get a chance. Private Odekirk died yesterday, and, well... You found the dolls? Wonderful! Just wait until my sister gets her eyes on them. They'll wipe the sneer right off her ugly face. So tell me, was there any truth to the old legend that there's something special about them, the dolls? Then the gems are yours, as compensation for your work. I am happy to keep the dolls, for they are a part of history. Thank you again. I cannot wait to tell my sister about how the hero of Mel Senshir solved the mystery of Lady Ancilla's children.
My word, Connie is back at Sea-Watch. Soon all our ears will be buzzing with her disjointed prattle. How I missed it. Do you like what I've managed to do in your absence? Removing the rubble was a chore, but everything is possible with patience. Our next best course of action is to pursue Sea-Watch's old healer, the soldier Aryan Odai. He's a brave soul, one who enlisted in the army soon after the war began. Always one to fight for justice, Aryan joined the war effort in an attempt to win back our homeland. They say he's a sergeant now. It's well deserved. Goodbye. Hello. If you need anything, just say the word. Command would want me to do all I can for you. Sea-Watch? Are you trying to rebuild that old ruin? If you're serious about this, then I would leap at the chance to be involved. But I cannot just abandon my post, not with my men depending on me. If you can find a replacement for me, then perhaps I can come with you. Perhaps... There is a young Alfar by the name of Private Cornall in the camp south of here. I have watched him for some time, and he would make a fine officer. No one has called me by my given name in years. I'm just Sergeant now. Been that way for a long while. I used to be a healer, but lost my gifts when the war came. Something about all the carnage, the death, it bled the magic right out of me. So I took up a sword. It was all I could do. We all need to carry our own weight in this tragedy, and mine is to fight. Farewell.
Hey, what are you doing out here? Caelid Coast isn't a good place for a stroll, not at all. Do I know you? You have that look. Familiar. I fought with Captain Gastier at Melsenshire. Maybe we spent a few skirmishes together. I can't remember everything that happened. Can you? They are a magical phenomenon that occur only in the Caelid Coast. Some in the Scholia Arcana believe the lights were created by Lord Gastier's personal mage, Braxis. The story claims that after the fall of Gastia, Braxis enchanted the royal fortunes, hiding them in a spell that only the most persistent adventurer would uncover. If you believe in such rot. I cannot lie, though. The lights are gorgeous. You can see them after dark, if you stand over by the old Gastia shrine on the cliffs. And you are talking to me? The sergeant is a legend. Not just anyone can fill those boots, friend. I have fought in a number of campaigns, and without me the unit would have surely been killed in Cursewood. Fine. If it is the wish of Sergeant O'Dye, then I will relieve him of command. I appreciate your vote of confidence. Sometimes one opinion can make all the difference. Bye.
So you have spoken to Cornall? Then it's done. Good. Cornall is a fine soldier. One of the few who knows how to hold on to honor when everything comes apart. Under his command, these men here will be fine. Relief will be here soon. And with it, a fresh group of officers from Melsenshire. Come, it is time to head to Sea-Watch. I have allowed 2 citizens to travel within my unit, which I probably should not do. But I have a weakness for those in need. Guess it comes from my past as a healer. Oh, Brune the Bard is not so bad. I actually knew him as a kid, if you can believe that. He's a little excitable, but harmless. I cannot say the same about Alof the Hunter. Strange sort, that one. He insists on staying outside our camp. Says we stand in the way of his quarry. To each his own. Goodbye.
A fledgling hunter by the looks of it. What's someone so soft doing in the Caelid coast? Don't you know this is Bolgan country? Those red devils are really digging in. I've slain many on my hunt for Chernobog. Ha! My hunts are the stuff of legend. Not even that fey armor-tear can boast to have tracked and slain more prey than I. And now I intend to claim Chernobog, the Bolgan champion, as my greatest trophy from the Caelid coast. The scars don't give me away? Ha! You're probably the first person in recorded history not to recognize the mighty Alof the Hunter. Usually my reputation precedes me. As for why I am here in this muggy puddle of piss, I intend to conquer Chernobog, the mighty Bolgan, and win his eye as my trophy. But first he must be summoned, for he won't just face any foe, you know. Only those he deems worthy to smite with his blade. Ha! You're certainly welcome to try, but I'm afraid he'll be much too dead by the time I finish with him. Besides, you still have the offering to consider. Chernobog will only battle those who can prove their ferocity. It is his way of swatting away the flies who don't offer enough of a thrill for his fiery blood. If you can collect the eyes of 10 Bolgans, then you are clearly a warrior who deserves a reckoning. Set the eyes upon Chernobog's war lanterns and the beast will emerge. Goodbye.
Thank you again for bringing me back to my garden. I'm doing my best to coax the buds back from their hiding places. Farewell.
Good day. Let me be the first to tell you how pleased I am to see Arian Odai out and about. What a fine Alfar. There are few finer. Of course, I don't do bad work either, if I may say so. Did you see the improvements? Progress is being made all over the castle. Only one member of the staff remains to be found. Normally, I would not encourage his return, but we need a merchant. He is called Astor Corleane, and he is dreadful. Rumor has it that he's prowling the spoils at Melsenshire, the scruffy little scavenger. Goodbye.